The saying that it's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it has never been more true in Halifax. When I started selling real estate in 2014, there was about a year's worth of inventory on the market, which was an extreme buyer's market, so way more supply than demand. And people would always say, well, it's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. Honestly, I really hated that saying. So I'm really analytical and logical by nature, and I always just thought, well, no, it's not worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. It's worth what it's worth. But before I keep going, if you like this content, click the subscribe button below. I post a couple videos a week about the Halifax real estate market, so if you hit the notification bell, you'll get notified when I post new videos. And furthermore, if you want to book a call or a buyer consultation or seller consultation with me, my Calendly link is in the description below. You can go on there and book a meeting with me whenever it's convenient for you. So for example, for years, like a semi-detached two-story property in Lower Sackville was worth, $170,000 to $200,000, depending on what the finish level was like in terms of the upgrades that were done over the years. So if you went and you wrote an offer at $200,000 for, one of the nicest ones on that street, if the seller was being unreasonable and wouldn't want to take that offer, you could just walk down the street and write on another really nicely renovated semi-detached property. Because there were so many houses for sale, the buyers had the power to do that. But now in this market, it seems that buyers have totally lost their minds, honestly. And that's a big part of having no inventory, is there's nothing to buy, so people are, going crazy every time a house hits the market. So in the last month or two in Halifax, there have been some sales that honestly just make no sense. No sense at all. And I understand that the market is crazy right now and all pricing seems high, especially if you're a Haligonian and you grew up here. But some of these sales, most of them you can justify, but in the last couple months there have been a lot of sales that you literally just cannot justify. So here's what I mean by this. So for example, a property listed at $599.9, and it's listed aggressively and everybody is assuming it's going to go around $100,000 over asking. And realistically speaking, if you're looking at comparable sales in the area, which is really how we determine value of a property as a realtor and as a buyer for that matter, at $599, you're looking at it and you're looking at the past sales in the area, which are literally from 6 months ago maybe, and you're thinking that it's going to sell for $700, maybe $725 at the most, and that's kind of what you can justify there based on the current sales. And the previous sales, by the way, we're adjusting percentage-wise to kind of, inflate with the way the market has gone in the last little while here. But now, we're thinking $700 to $725, and then somebody comes in and pays, $815 for the house. Never in the history of this street has a property of this style sold for over very low 700s, like 700, 705. And now all of a sudden this one pops off at $815, boom, huge price. So again, this price is just way over what any comparable would ever lead you to believe this house is going to sell for, even in the current market that we're in. So Andrew, why is this happening? Hey, I'm really glad that you asked. So right now, it just comes down to supply and demand again. So there's literally no supply and there's a ton of demand out there. But we're also seeing a lot of buyers coming from out of province with deep pockets, maybe after they sold a house in a major market in Canada. So for example, an Ontario buyer sold their house, has a ton of equity, and they're coming here to live in Nova Scotia now. But as a whole, it really just seems like logic has totally gone out the window in Halifax on the buyer side of things, and sellers are reaping the benefit of this. But again, it's never been more true that the property is worth what somebody is willing to pay for it in Halifax, Nova Scotia today. So if you're looking to buy a home in Halifax, just hang in there. Keep putting your best foot forward every time a property comes on that you like and you want to write an offer on. Put your best foot forward and there will still be opportunities for you to get into a property. And just don't get too emotionally attached to a property before you get an accepted offer, because you're just setting yourself up for heartbreak, to be honest. But keep your foot on the gas, keep trying, and don't lose sight of how good it's going to feel when you get that accepted offer and you get your home at the end of the day. What do you guys think about the Halifax real estate market? I would love to hear in the comments below. I'm always open to chat about real estate. Again, you can book a call with me anytime. And thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day.